We really were quite excited about this after the initial apprehension about another project that we were entering.
Yeah, that's good.
Lively, exciting, a fun place to be.
Can you show me?
Yes,
show me around. Show me some of these places.
Yeah. The children are always in the school and involved in practical, investigative activities.
Down on the floor, please.
We don't have a timetable in our school, so you will never see one set lesson happening at any particular time. For instance, these children here are involved in an art activity, and their fellow pupils in this Year 3 class, they're doing other things that will be linked. Children are very much involved in directing their own learning.
When we've finished the work, we shade in a box to say that we've done that piece of work.
It's very flexible, very fluid, so the children never actually put a piece of work away unfinished.
Oh, there's no children.
Well, that's another sort of different feature of the school. We have flexible playtimes. And of course, we always look at everything in terms of pluses and minuses. Yeah. And if there are a lot more pluses than minuses, then we give it a go.
The most important thing is first-hand experience, which the children find really exciting.
When it comes to capturing this kind of learning, how would you do that?
Knowing that we work on first-hand experiences, this investigative way of working, we all got together and decided that if we wanted to show somebody actually the way that we worked, the best way of doing it would be to make sure we're covering all the different areas of the curriculum and showing the practical way that we do deliver the curriculum.
What do you think might happen? What do you think, George? Might Cora, and you can hold the jug. Experiment last week, and we had to do some fair testing. What did we have to do to make sure every time we tested it? What did we have to do? 10 drops for. Jug B to me looks a lot bigger than Jug A. It looks a lot taller.
I know.
Lots of nice different colours. That's lovely. Well done. It's heavy as well. Good. Can you put on it across the Thomas? Have a good feel. It's really hot, isn't it? Pass it on to Thomas. You have a feel.
I think it's cool.
It's not, is it? What is it?
It's fizzy.
Don't think it's fizzy. Could be though, couldn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. This one is hot. You can share those now. Right, okay. It's more than 2, isn't it?
We'll put the fitty in.
I think there's going to be any room, do you? Right, good boy.
Be careful. Give it to me and I'll give it to you.
Right, thank you.
It's about really drunk, Dad.
It's a really big job. What I'm going to do now is just really slowly pour it in. I'm going to have a little look and see what happens to those things.
Don't let it leak again.
What's happening to the bead?
It's floating.
It is floating. What's happening to the feather?
It isn't floating.
No. Which things are staying put? Which are too heavy to float?
My stones are.
Your stones, yes. What else? Okay, we're going to take it to the freezer.
I've got it all. Edgewood.
Now see if you can measure around your waist. And keep a straight one. Just 2 between you. Right, would you like to stand up?
Topic this term is a science one, a force to be reckoned with.
We were set a task complete aerobics dance based on pushes and pulls. All we were given were 7 basic aerobic steps. Then we talked about the different families, the jump family, the support family and the spin family.
When lunging, we pushed out our arms and legs, then pulled them in. This is one that's part of the jump family. We did 4 180-degree turns in a pencil jump, but then changed it to jumping jacks. We just had to make sure that we moved on the count of 8 and used math shapes to work on. So,
What can you hear?
recorders.
What activity?
Playing.
What's it? Hang on. So, yeah, what's that? It's 70. 70? Well, the highest.
Slipping, sliding, round and round, wrong direction, upside down. Puffy snow crunching under my feet, feet are freezing, slopes so steep.
After being on the toboggan run at Escape, does the surface area at the bottom of the ramp make a difference to how far the buggy travels? The variables we're going to keep the same are the ramp and the buggy. We are also going to change the material at the bottom, such as cloth and paper. Our hypothesis is, now we've changed it to soapy water, that it'll go further because of less friction. Yeah.
Di, what was the experience of making that video?
It was really interesting for us as staff, I think, and for the children as well. They really did enjoy the experience. And we were all amazed at actually what it picked up that we wouldn't normally see as teachers in the classroom. So as a learning curve, I think from discussion, you would have said the same thing, wouldn't you, Janet? We've all decided that it has got a place in the way that we work in school, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. And what we actually did was watch the film together as a staff. And interestingly, staff that don't work with Di's children, for instance, were picking up all sorts of things that you actually hadn't seen in the film to begin with. So it gives people a really good sort of different perspective on children's behaviour and how they approach things. And we had some really interesting discussions of when we were watching.
It was a global thing, wasn't it? Because when you're actually in the classroom, you tend to be focusing on a small area. But it's almost like having that extra eye where you're standing back and seeing all of the sorts of things that were happening, and that because it's actually recorded, then you can go back and think, well, if I do it again, I could do this much better.
I think it's cool.
It's not, is it? What is it?
It's fizzy.
Don't think it's fizzy. It could be though, couldn't it?
Kate, you're from a local school, part of a network. What did you think about that video?
I thought it was really super to have the opportunity to see how another school does particular areas of the curriculum. A video that's made like this of great things that are going on somewhere else. You can actually take ideas from that. You might not always use them in the same way. It might be that that's just the spark that sets something off for your own school.
We talked about observation, but what does that all mean then for schools?
I can think of umpteen ways already that we will be beginning to use it. Can we see the continuity and progression because we plan for that, but do we have evidence? And as Di said, it's just another aspect of school sort of self-evaluation, really.
I found as well, after I'd done that video, even though it was very basic, I felt really good about myself, you know, that I'd actually done something that I'd never ever done before.
Can we tell you, everybody else was really thrilled for you
Yeah.
as well.
I think it's quite interesting to watch a video back and find out some of the learning sometimes that's going on that you're not even aware of.
It's not just the learning though, it's the self-esteem. When I played back what I'd recorded, you could really see that the bodies were like, wow, you know, they're seeing themselves on the screen. So it isn't just, it's part of their development, I think, as well as the staff's.
If we can encourage children to access a video camera, to record what they feel is important, because I think as adults we assume an awful lot and children see things through a different eye.
Only the other week, 2 of the boys asked if they could have access to a camera to film as part of their presentation.
That was as a result of having produced the video?
As a result of doing the video.
So they've absorbed the potential?
Yes, yes. Far quicker, I think, than I had.
Whoever did that was really trying hard. That's like the sea, all the different things. But that's like the fish has got really good colours and really effective mixed colour a bit. It's green and yellow. That was really nice. That's nice because they've mixed the colours together. Yeah. Mixing colours and mixing together. That's really good. Got loads of pieces. I can't even write as neat as that.
It's another tool, it's one we hadn't thought of before, and it's one we're quite excited about using.
But it's for discussion as well, isn't it?
Yes.
Because if you've been observing a lesson, you have to wait, and then you can't always exactly recapture the moment that you want to discuss with somebody else. But if it's actually there on film, it's something very, it's there, isn't it? And you can say, well, you know, what was happening when this, and actually show the clip.
So where do you think you take it from here?
Wow, how long is a piece of string? I think there are endless possibilities. So what initially seemed a scary moment.
Everybody when I mentioned it said, oh no. That was the response I got from, you know, it was from all staff.
Yes.
And yet now, I think everybody's on board, aren't they?
Yes, they're really enthusiastic. They will give it a go.
Well, thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing another teacher video, maybe from all of you.
Watch this space.
When you're filming in the classroom and you see something interesting happening over the other side of the classroom, it's very tempting to use the zoom. The problem is that the microphone, which is on the front of the camera, hears what's near you. And in fact, we need to hear what's over there. So the only way to do that is to actually go over there. So as we walk forward, and all the time we're getting nearer, the person's getting bigger, and the sound is getting better as well.
Jessica, carry rubbish like that one there. If you rub all these ones out.
So now we can actually hear what's going on here.
I wished I'd known that before I actually started.